Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brooks. I try to do the hello, everybody, like the guy from Major League. How's it sound? Well, we'll get there.
Yeah, you should have did it on Milwaukee.
I should have. And I try to do everyone, but anyway. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brooks Knows Baseball 30 Breakdowns in 30 Days. Today, we are doing with the powerhouse in the Northeast, the Steel City, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Taking a look at their recent successful history. I don't think a Pirates fan knows what successful means. Unfortunately, not recently. Because
No.
looking back, they have not made the playoffs since 2015. And last year, they were 31 games behind. They lost 100 games back-to-back years. That is actually the first time losing back-to-back 100 games since 1953 and 1954. So they have been historically bad as far as Pittsburgh standards go. But they did make the playoffs 13, 14, and 15. But before that, you have to go all the way to the early 90s. 1992 is the last time they made the playoffs. So since, say, 93, they've made the playoffs 3 times, which is pretty bad. And then they haven't, looking at their winning records here, they've only had, let's see, I've only had 3 winning records since 1993. So it's pretty poor. I feel bad for them because they do have good history. They have like Hannes Wagner, Roberto Clemente, Paul Warner, Willie Stargell, Vern
Sarge,
Law, Bob
kid.
Barry Bonds. They
Bill,
have what?
Bill Mazeroski. That's for all the Yankee fans out there.
Yeah, we can't forget Archie Vaughn either. So
Oh, Archie Vaughn's a Hall of Famer, my man.
there you go. But you can trace them all the way back to 1882, which is pretty astounding. But they do have a couple World Series wins. They have 4 in their first World Series. 1909, they won another one. 1925, 1960, 1971, 1979. So they do have some good history there. But without further ado, John, if you want to go ahead and jump into their off-season additions, which looking at their lineup, it looks like it's about half their lineup.
Yeah. Hey, when you talk about the greats, you didn't mention Dave Parker, Manny Sanguian. I know a lot about the Pirates, man. There's a lot of good ones there. Richie Hebner back in the day, Phil Garner, We Are Family, and all that. And hey, you can use the term Yens now.
Well, Babe Adams. Man, you can't forget Babe Adams, Fred Clark, Jesse
And
Tanner,
Spanky, the catcher.
Deacon Felipe,
Right. Bob Watt forgot his glove when he went to the mound one time.
Sam
Yeah.
Lee. Anyway.
Yeah, they had a lot of great players. Acquisitions. I can make an excuse for it, but I don't understand it when you're that bad. Rich Hill, he's like 900 years old. G-Man Choi, Carlos Santana. We're talking old guys and unproductive guys. Austin Hedges, the guy cannot hit. I mean, I bet he batted 130 in T-ball. You got Connor Joe, journeyman, outfield first base. Vince Velasquez, he's been a failure a lot of places. He couldn't cut it in Houston when they were bad, so they blew him down the road. Jarlin Garcia from the Giants. Anyway, so that's who they got.
Did you mention
Who?
McCutcheon?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah.
He's back, baby.
Yeah, well.
Fresh at 30. They got how many? I bet they're the only team in the league to have 2 36-year-olds, and they could be the youngest guys in a room if they walk into a room with Rich Hill.
Yeah. That reminds me of the movie Major League when they see him walk up and the manager says, "Man, I wish we had him 10 years ago." We did. Remember when the catcher walked in? But, rotation, Mitch Keller, I guess, would be the top guy. Reduced his ERA quite a bit last year, but he needed to. Gives up a lot of walks. Vince Velasquez, not much there. Rich Hill, yeah, he's got a curveball. I guess then JT Brubaker and Ronzi Contreras, I guess.
Well, I want to talk about Contreras really fast because he's their youngest guy there. He's only 23 years old for him, so I feel like you almost got to talk about him because he's the guy there. So last year, let's see, his fastball velocity was just under 96, which is not bad. His left on base rate was 75%, home runs per 9, 1.2, strikeouts per 9, 8. He only pitched 95 innings last year. So we'll see how he turns out for him this year. But his ERA was only a 3.7, so I think he might be a bright spot for their rotation that they can trade away in a couple years.
Yeah. They do have a solid farm system, but then you go to the bullpen. They got a good closer, David Bednar.
You was sick.
Yeah. So yeah, Bednar's good. He's on WBC team. Robert Stevenson, 58 games. Will Crow. Will Crow, VA guy. But anyway, they got him from.
Washington.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep, he was a Nats draft in 2017, second round by the Nats.
Yeah, Dwayne Underwood Jr. on the bullpen. There's not a lot there, man.
Yeah. But Yuri De Los Santos.
Yeah. Zach Thompson, they got him or have him. He's not.
Jose Hernandez, the Rule 5 guy, I think is going to stick with the team from the Dodgers.
Jose?
Yeah.
Is it Jose?
Yep.
He's going to be 26 or 25 this year. I know who I like. Colin Holderman. They got him from the Mets last year. He didn't look bad. And the bullpen. Max Kranick's hurt. He's pitched there some in last year's, not much last year.
They have a lot of guys.
I know.
He's okay.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that the Yens aren't going to be that good this year.
The Yens are going to be upset with the Pirates. I mean, the Buccos.
They'll do a pass because you're from up in the Northeast area. Your family is so, Western PA.
Hey, my grandmother listened to him on the radio and TV every day till she died.
Yeah, if she watched her now, she'd be rolling over in her grave.
She probably is, yeah. But moving on to their fielding, their catcher. It looks like, what are you hearing? Andy Rodriguez? Who else?
Austin Hedges.
If they really want to.
He's going to will be 31 this year. He's played.
What's his career average?
I can tell you. Give me 1 second.
The interstate number?
Huh?
Is he still on the interstate, or is he above that?
No, 189. So he's a 180.
He hit the Mendoza line. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
That was named after a Pirate player. Mario Mendoza.
And it's not like he has power. He used to have power, I guess, like 5 or 6 years ago, but he's a waste. Why do people give these guys opportunities like this? Like, you're not even a competent hitter. I mean, Christ, you can find in the minor leagues you can hit better than that.
Can I interrupt you with breaking news? The wonderful Cedric Mullins just hit a home run at WBC. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, it's a close game, so we needed that. It's only 14-2.
All right.
We're doing our reaction video when you see this. Hopefully, America's champions when you watch this. But looking at their first base, they got the nice and trim G-Man Choi, who had some decent years.
Decent?
Yeah.
Okay. And he already been up. This is like his fourth team already.
Played for the Angels, the Yankees, and Tampa, and now Pittsburgh. So,
pretty good get. Huh?
Well, no, he hasn't really had any decent years, but he's a 230 hitter. Who's their GM, and why does he have a job?
Like, I don't know. Why don't they spend any money?
What is their direction? Looking at this, I'm gonna take a pause real quick. Their ages. I'm going to go through their ages of their start lineup. I know we haven't gone through everybody yet, but I'm not going to say the names. I'm just going to say the ages. 36, 32, 31.
43.
43, yeah. And then in the bench, we're not going to talk about these guys really. Kevin Plawecki, 32. Connor Joe's going to be 31. So what is their direction? What are they doing? JT Brubaker's going to be 30 this year. I feel, why fans,
they're kind of like Cincinnati, once proud franchise, and now, I mean, they used to be in the playoffs against each other, but I'm old, so I remember a lot. But, I remember going to Three Rivers Stadium, man. Come on.
Moving on to second base, because
I got Rodolfo Castro. What do you got?
Yep, I have him. He's hit a solid
switch hitter. Yeah. he was originally a shortstop, I believe. So
Mm-hmm.
he's adjusting. And then O'Neal Cruz.
Let's talk about O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, let's talk about him. Elite prospect, but
He's my
really
here.
35% strikeout rate. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I'm not saying he's without fault because he's definitely has lots of faults. And again, the strikeout rate and his batting average is one of those. One thing I think is exciting for him, in just 360 at bats, he hit 17 home runs. That's impressive. He's big, he's fast, and he's strong. He, in his first week of being in the majors, he recorded the 2 fastest Statcast hits in baseball history.
Yeah, he'll probably be a good player. He's good defensive. Got a big arm, power, speed, everything.
240 to 250 guy. And then I don't think his power is going to be like a 40 home run guy. I think he's more high 20s, low 30s.
Yeah.
It's still 25 bases. And he's
he just
big.
takes like 5 steps and he's there.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's big, so that's something good as well. And we'll see. But he hits fastballs really good too. I'll say that he hits fastballs good.
I forgot to mention we talked about first base for old G-Man. I guess Carlos Santana might platoon with him there.
Carlos Santana, wasn't he the one who got cut by the Royals for being very bad?
I think so.
And then this team picks him. He hit 220. He was the one who's stopping Vinny from playing. He hit a solid 202 last year, too, which was down from 214, but and then 199. What is wrong with the team? He's not trade bait. Why not start a young guy? I mean, good Lord. He's going to be 37, and he's not a good player. He's not what he once was.
He was never anything super special.
The Pirates letting him rob.
Well, moving on to third, they got Key Brian Hayes, who I think
he ain't going to be there.
He
ain't going to be there long.
Well, and hadn't his numbers slipped 3 years in a row? He's an elite fielder, though. Stole 20 bases, but he's going to be a good one. Moving on to the outfield, center field, Brian Reynolds. 51 home
runs. Brian Reynolds has been saying every time they interview him, he doesn't want to be.
Well, and I've always heard the rumors about the Yankees, and Brian Reynolds always had the facial hair and the mustache. I noticed he's clean shaved now. Is it getting close? Maybe he's trying to impress the Yankees on how he looks without the beard. But he's a Baltimore guy, originally. That's where he's from, Maryland. But he's a good player. I don't think he's a great player by no means. I think he's a solid player. Then what? How about left field, Jack Sawinski? He's a big K guy, but hit some home runs. But he's one of those guys,
Not much there, unfortunately. I just think they're too old. I think they have a good prospect system, so that's something good to talk about.
Well, what do you think for right field? Because originally I thought it was going to be Cal Mitchell, but I understand they sent him down today.
I don't want to say McCutcheon, but McCutcheon.
I guess, yeah. How old is he now?
36. So, yeah. And then on the bench, it looks like I have Ji Hwan Bae, who can play some.
I forgot Miguel Andujar, who's always been a big prospect, but he's an old guy now. He might do something there. Yeah. Then they had what is it? Tupacito or Tucapita Marcano. He come up some last year. He's not really old. So maybe someone like that. Oh, I tell you who I liked. If I pronounce his name right, I've seen him several games this spring. Kanan Smith.
Is his brother the wide receiver for Ohio State Jackson?
Yep.
Hopefully, he'll be Ellen Duval this year.
Yeah, well, the baseball one, he looks really good. I think they're out of Texas, Jeremy.
Dallas.
Yeah, and then they got Travis Swaggerty, who's been around a little bit. So that's probably your outfield mix. But Smith and Jigba look good to me every time I've seen them.
Athletic guys, him and his brother. But moving on to their prospect base here, this is where I think the only thing that's saving the general manager's ass here is.
You know who the general manager is, right?
Who's that?
Ben Sherrington. You remember where he was from? Red Sox.
Well,
he's one of the Sox guys, and then I guess he couldn't cut it there, and they run him out of town. And then he comes to Pittsburgh and tries to blow them. But I guess the farm system is getting good there.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they give Carlos Santana almost $7 million 1 year deal.
they're ranked. I don't know, wild what they're doing. But their prospect system is good. It's ranked fifth overall. Looking at their top prospects here, we have Tamar Johnson, a second baseman. He's only 18 years old.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he did not hit very well last year. He was a first round pick
He just
year,
yeah.
fourth overall. Then you got Indy Rodriguez, who's pretty much plays catcher, infield, and outfield. Made a trip for the Indianapolis Indians. He is an international signing. Probably will make it up top this year as he. Never mind. Why?
What are they saying about
Why have Austin Hedges? This guy's a catcher. He hit 323 last year. Call him up.
Right,
He can hit 115.
How Henry Davis? He's got to be ranked way up there. The catcher.
Davis,
Remember
the third one. He hit 264 last year. Good thing about him, he went from rookie low A high to double A. So he moved up four leagues last year. Hell, he's 23. He should have a chance to make the team.
And how about Quinn Priester? I seen him some, and they said he's been looking pretty good.
Another guy.
He
moved 4 levels last year.
Yeah, they think he'll be up there this year, from what I understand.
Yep. And then
but see, if they start getting some of those guys up there, maybe they'll turn around, get these losers out of there.
I hope so, but they trade the guys away. They always trade them away. So
they're in a perpetual rebuild.
It's sad. It's sad to see. They got a lot of Asian prospects. Do they or like Koreans? So they got Sung Chae Chang. They got John Sik Shim. They got G. Bay. So they got
Bay's probably gonna be in a team as a backup or something, isn't he? Well, he's young.
Yeah, but that's the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, what's your thoughts on them?
On prospects, to interrupt you, Leover Paguero, was he in there anywhere?
He's their 6th best prospect.
Yeah, because he got a game or something.
But so that's our Pittsburgh Pirates this year. We do project them to have a 70-win season, 92 losses. What do you think of that?
That's unfortunately probably okay.
I think if they win 70 games, that's a increase from 8 games from last year. But that's only 70. That's with the caveat that they call it their young guys and get rid of these old guys. They got.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand these teams' willingness to lose with old guys. I just don't understand that. I would, if my team can lose 100 games, I'd rather the average age be 26 than 36.
Well, when you pick up Santana and Rich Hill, come on, and McCutchen,
ridiculous.
That McCutchen just to draw fans in there for sentimental reasons.
Because that's
beautiful.
When they make the playoffs, people went there. And it was.
Oh yeah, and I've read that's the most beautiful stadium in baseball. I haven't been to that one.
Well, look at the fan support that the Steelers get, because they're always competitive. Always competitive.
Every team except for Washington is good.
Cowboys
fans.
And the Steelers almost equally. Almost. But people support the Steelers. Everywhere you go in the country, there's fans. And football's different than baseball. But if they would win, people would support them. But they don't win. So.
Go Buccos.
Unfortunately, I don't mind the Pirates. I would like to see them win. But again, I think they're going to finish 4th.
I absolutely would love to see the Pirates win.
Yep, but I don't think it's going to happen this year. Maybe their prospect system, but they're going to have to retool the whole team. They're 2 or 3 years away, because when you call the young guys up, they're not going to win like that. Like the Orioles last year, they called a lot of the young guys up, so they played a year and they didn't win a lot. I mean, they won more than they had previously. They make the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs this year. I truly 100% believe that. They're just going to get better than they were last year. These guys.
They beat the Yankees today.
Huh?
They beat the Yankees with their B squad. They beat the hell out of Garrett Cole. That's pretty bad when you send your B squad and Garrett Cole gives up 4.
Spider Tack's not working in Tampa tonight.
Yeah, and the Orioles beat the Pirates today. But anyway,
that's not hard.
They had split squad in there.
Bradenton's a beautiful facility, a beautiful park, though, I will say that.
Yeah, but yeah, I wish Pittsburgh would turn around. Their fans deserve it. They're loyal. They deserve better. So does Cincinnati, for that matter. Well, there's a lot of teams that way. I mean, like I said, at least with some teams you can see, even with, like, say, the Nationals, you can see what they're trying to do. You can see it. And Rizzo's got a track record. And some of these bums, there's no.
But with that being said, tomorrow we will be doing the St. Louis Cardinals. Again, this is Brooks News Baseball 30 Breakdowns in 30 days. Tomorrow's the NL Central. The final one is the Cardinals, which is going to be, I believe, on Friday. We're not filming this every day. We're filming this in bulk. Honestly, today
We're binge filming.
Yeah, America just won. Hopefully, I can say that again on Tuesday. America just won, but we'll see. But yeah, this is Brooks Paper. Comment, like it, share it. Let us know what you think, please. It really helps us. If you're in Taiwan, thank you. We love you. John, do the sign off, and we'll go and get out of here.
That's all for now, folks. We'll catch you next time on Brooks Knows Baseball.
Good night.
Good night, John Boy.